The television was already on when I noticed it. No static. No sound. Just a soft glow filling the room, like candlelight trapped behind glass. The screen showed a winter village, snow-covered rooftops, amber street lamps, and a single road winding between quiet homes. The entire scene was bordered by a vintage gold picture frame, ornate and worn, as if time itself had brushed against it too many times. It looked less like a program and more like a memory. I don't remember bringing that television home. I don't even remember owning one like it. The edges were rounded, the screen slightly curved, the casing heavy and dark, like something pulled from another decade. And yet, there it was resting in the corner of my living room. Waiting. At first, I treated it like background art. A screensaver. A looping winter painting. Snow fell endlessly, but nothing else moved. No people. No animals. No smoke from chimneys. Just a perfect stillness, like the world had paused to hold its breath. But then I noticed something strange. Every night, just before midnight, the lights inside one house would turn on. The house sat at the far edge of the village. Smaller than the others. Older. Its roof sagged slightly under the weight of snow, and a single window glowed warm and gold against the cold blue night. That light was never there during the day. Only at night. Only late. Only when the room around me was quiet. On the third night, I leaned closer to the screen. The glass was warm. Not warm like electronics usually are, but warm like a living thing, like a fireplace behind a wall. That's when I saw it. A shadow moving behind the glowing window. Slow. Deliberate. Someone was inside the picture. I stepped back, my heartbeat suddenly loud in my ears. The room felt colder, as if winter had slipped out of the screen and into my home. "This isn't real," I whispered. The television didn't respond. But the shadow stopped moving. And for a moment, a long, terrifying moment, it felt like the thing inside the screen was listening. The next morning, the house in the picture looked different. The snow around it was disturbed. Footprints led from the door and stopped at the edge of the frame. I tried turning the television off. The power button didn't move. I unplugged it. The screen stayed on. The snow kept falling. By the fifth night, the village had changed again. Another house now had its lights on. Then another. Each glowing window revealed shadows, figures moving slowly, silently, as if they were preparing for something. For Christmas. I began dreaming of the village. I walked its streets in my sleep, hearing snow crunch beneath my boots. I smelled pine and smoke and something older, dust and memory and forgotten winters. In my dreams, the villagers never spoke. They only watched. On Christmas Eve, the television changed. The snow stopped falling. The village bell tower, one I hadn't noticed before, stood tall at the center of the screen. Its clock face was cracked, frozen just before midnight. Then it moved. The bell rang once. The sound didn't come from the TV speakers. It came from inside the room. The gold frame shimmered. And the picture deepened. The village no longer looked flat or painted. It had depth. Distance. Darkness between buildings. The house at the edge, the first one, now stood with its door open. Warm light spilled out onto the snow. Inviting. I don't know why I walked closer. I don't know why my hand reached toward the screen. But when my fingers touched the glass, it wasn't glass anymore. It was cold winter air. I pulled my hand back, gasping. Snow clung to my skin. Real snow. Inside the frame, a figure stood in the doorway. Tall. Wrapped in dark winter clothes. Its face hidden in shadow. Slowly, it raised an arm and pointed, not at the village. At me. The bell rang again. Midnight. The room behind me felt wrong. Too quiet. Too empty. I realized, with a sick twist in my stomach, that my reflection was gone from the television screen. I wasn't standing outside the picture anymore. I was standing inside it. The villagers began to move. Doors opened. Footsteps echoed. Figures stepped into the street, forming a silent procession toward the glowing house. They surrounded me, their faces pale and familiar. Too familiar. I recognized them. Neighbors. Old friends. People who had moved away. People who had passed on. All of them smiling softly. A voice finally spoke. Not aloud, but inside my mind. Christmas must be remembered, it said. Someone must stay. I ran. Snow burned my lungs as I sprinted through the village, the bell ringing louder with every step. The gold frame loomed ahead of me like a doorway closing fast. Behind me, the villagers followed, never rushing, never stopping. Certain. I don't remember crossing back. I only remember waking up on my living room floor, Christmas morning light spilling through the windows. The television was silent. Dark. Gone. But sometimes, late at night, I still feel it. A warmth in the corner of the room. A hum beneath the silence. And when I dream of winter villages and glowing windows, I see a new house at the edge of the screen. Its light is on. And inside, someone is waiting.